goes back to my mom and my dad getting together. Crazy night in Paris. I don't know. But thank you for that. I don't often walk around going, God, I'm so sexy. So when I hear it, it actually feels good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Right up there, sir.
Me?
Yes.
Peter, I got a question for you. Do you find it more difficult to play a vampire or to play a doctor in Twilight?
Wow, that's a good one.
Can you come on this side?
Is it more difficult to play a doctor or a vampire? Well, you know, I play a doctor on a show called Nurse Jackie too, so playing a doctor is interesting because you have to know a bunch of stuff, like technical stuff sometimes. So yeah, it's definitely interesting learning all the technical stuff. Like in New Moon, I had to stitch up Bella, so they gave me some styrofoam stuff, and I was practicing for like a month on this styrofoam stuff. Then I got bored, so I bought chicken. And I was like cutting up the chicken and stitching up the chicken in my room. And I think the maid would come in and see like bunches of chicken like stitched up in the fridge, and she was like thought I was some kind of psycho. But I remember being so excited when I finally felt like I got it, and I brought it to the set. And I showed Kristen, and I was like, hey, look, I got to stitch you up. Look at my chicken. And she goes, yeah, I'd never let you stitch me up. So I was kind of deflated. Because I thought I did a really good job. But yeah, so the doctor stuff, the technical stuff is a little more difficult. I didn't really, people ask me, you know, what did you do to research being a vampire? And I never really did a lot of research on being a vampire, because I thought for me it was more of a study on being human. Because these vampires want to be human so bad. So I did more thinking about, well, why do they want to be human? And what are the elements that make them appear to be human? So it was more like covering up his vampireness. And so that became more of the study for me, humanity.
Thank you.
Great. All the way in the back, top row.
How long does it take for the vampire? How long does it take for you to get the makeup done? Like when you start
It takes a really, really long time. It's insane. We all come in hours, even the guys. And I mean, guys usually on a movie, they come in 5 minutes before we have to shoot, and they put some gel in their hair and they're ready to go. But this, I mean, you guys even had to come in early. It would be hours and hours in the chair because we had to do all the makeup and then the body makeup, like your hands are showing or your legs. And then on top of it with the contacts, putting the contacts in, and then the wigs, and it's insane.
It was a little easy because on the second one they just kind of rolled us around with flour, and then we went straight to set from there.
Thank you. I'm looking for a human question.
She has one.
Vampire.
She has one.
Right there.
So, this is actually in general, but if you guys want to answer it, how has Twilight changed your careers as far as going from this amazing movie that suddenly blew up?
Well, it's changed my career dramatically in a positive way. I think no. I mean, I've been acting, since I was a kid, since I was 10, and it really is a dream. Every now and then. I mean, if you work hard and you stick it out, and every once in a lifetime, maybe if you're lucky, the stars will align and you'll end up in Twilight, so it's been incredible for me, and it's really sort of propelled my life and career into a really pretty amazing direction. I've had an incredible year, so it's great. I mean, everything in my life from now on will be in part because of Twilight, because of you guys. So I just can't thank you enough. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know, everything that he just said. But I do think, I mean, it is funny because now it's like, you know, Twilight. But I mean, I remember like shooting the first one and kind of, you know, just hanging on a set and musing over like if Catherine would direct the second one, if there were a second one. And I think we were all like, yeah, there won't be a second one. Like, and now it's this huge thing. We just had no idea. We just thought we were filming this movie, and now it's like a iconic, kind of scary thing. So there's that.
All right, 2 more questions.
Stand up. Right here. Right here. She's right. She's you. Stand up.
Where was I in Florida? Did I not say hello to people? No. I got an autograph from you. Can I get a hug? I apologize. The question was something along the lines of, I saw you in Florida, you suck. Not in the vampire way, because I didn't get a hello. So now I feel obligated to like sit with you or something.
One last question.
Oh, man.
The first movie was kind of filmed with like a blue tint, and now the second movie we kind of see more of a gold in the filming or yellows. Is there like a reason that was done, or was it just
They ran out of blue.
it has like a darker feel to it, and then the new film, like all the films that we've seen of it, is brighter and like more gold undertones. Was that done on purpose?
Director's choice. I mean, I think, you know, people keep asking. You guys hear me? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Sorry. That's okay. People keep asking, is you know, New Moon going to be just like Twilight? And you know, Catherine's an artist and Chris is an artist, and you can't ask one artist to paint the same picture as an artist. And I think that you're going to see Chris's interpretation. I think it's going to have the same tone and same feel as Twilight, because it's the same, you know, it all lives in the same story. But you know, Chris has got to put his stamp on it, and if he saw something that was exactly like the first one, then it wouldn't have his stamp. So I don't think any of us have seen a lot of New Moon aside from what you guys have seen. So I think we're just as excited to actually see it put all together too. Do you guys want to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say that you know, one of the things that was awesome about Chris, I mean, the day that we all got on set, he had like a packet for us that was, I don't know how, 30, 40 pages. That was basically just his vision of what he thinks this movie should be, what it should feel like. And I think visually there's going to be a very sort of, I don't know, like a cohesive vision, if that's the proper phrase. I'm very tired. Meaning that, you know, it's going to look and feel a certain way for the vampires, look and feel a certain way for the werewolves, for the humans. You know, I think it's, I'm really excited about it. I think Chris is one of the best directors, and Catherine's amazing too. But I think it's going to be really good. Anybody else?
Okay, thanks everybody.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.